Once upon a time, in the heart of a peaceful forest, there was a grumpy old cat named Mr. Whiskers. Unlike the other animals, he never shared his food, never helped his neighbors, and never smiled. The animals feared him because of his sharp tongue and cold heart, but little did he know, a single act of kindness would change his life forever. Mr. Whiskers lived in a cozy little house by the river. While other animals played together, he preferred to sit on his porch, watching them with a frown. He had plenty of fish stored away, but when hungry animals came asking for food, he would chase them away. One chilly evening, a little squirrel named Nutty approached Mr. Whiskers' house. "Mr. Whiskers, may I have just one fish? I haven't eaten all day," Nutty pleaded. "Go away." "I caught this fish myself," Mr. Whiskers snapped, slamming his door shut. Nutty walked away with tears in his eyes. That night, a mysterious old owl landed on Mr. Whiskers' roof. "Kindness is a gift, old friend. Give it, and it will return to you when you least expect it," the owl hooted before flying away. Mr. Whiskers scoffed and went to bed. The next night, a terrible storm raged through the forest. The river swelled, and the strong winds knocked down trees. Mr. Whiskers' home shook violently, and soon a massive wave crashed into his house, washing away his precious fish supply. By morning, Mr. Whiskers' house was damaged, and he had no food left. He walked to the village, but when he asked the animals for help, they turned away. "You never helped us, Mr. Whiskers. Why should we help you now?" said the fox. Mr. Whiskers felt a pang of regret. Just as Mr. Whiskers was about to give up, Nutty approached him with a tiny acorn. "I don't have much, but you can have this," he said. Mr. Whiskers was shocked. The very squirrel he had turned away was now offering him food. Tears welled up in Mr. Whiskers' eyes. He realized how selfish he had been. He hugged Nutty and whispered, "Thank you. I will never forget this." He promised to be a better neighbor from that day forward. With the help of the animals, Mr. Whiskers rebuilt his house. He began sharing his food, helping those in need, and even playing with the young ones. The animals welcomed him with open hearts. One night, the old owl returned. "I see you have learned the lesson of kindness," he said. Mr. Whiskers nodded. "It truly is a gift that returns when you need it most." From that day on, Mr. Whiskers was no longer the grumpy cat of the forest. He was known as the kindest of them all, and his heart was full of joy. He had finally found true happiness, not in his fish, but in the friendships he had made. Moral: kindness always comes back to you.